Welcome back. So over the last few days, maybe the last week or so, people have been asking me about spirits pushing in. So maybe you're doing a demonstration, whether that be online or in person, in a hall, in a church, whatever, and spirits pushing in. So in this video, that's what we'll be talking about. It's actually a very simple mechanic that goes with that, and when you start to demonstrate mediumship, again, whether it be online or in a hall, you have to get into this motion of allowing one into your mind, and then you do the communication, then that one leaves, and then the next one in the queue is ready, and you bring it forward, and so on and so forth. So we have to get into the habit of searching. We're lining the next one up. And so this is a very conscious and subconscious effort on the mind of the medium. At first, I'll be saying to you, go get your second link, go get your third link, and so you're very active in your own mind. Dilution rate will be very high because you're thinking about what you're doing. And when you're new to mediumship and when you're being a medium, it's exciting, and we're being joined by the spirit world, and now I need to get the second one, and you get where I'm going with it. What happens is that your mind goes, because I've sent you to go and get someone, then I say, right, okay, now do a second one, and you have to almost pause, clear the mind, and as the mind clears, you become aware of the next one, and slowly but surely that starts to get clearer for you, whether that be a visual aspect or a feeling, and as you're dialing that in, and now the communication gets up and running, we move that one out, and then I say go get a third one, and that whole process starts again. After maybe 3, 6, 9 months of constantly doing this, that motion of when you start looking for a communicator, and now we're going to give it, that pause at the end where we clear our mind and we go and get the next one, is minute. It's already starting to go away, only 3, 6, 9 months later, because it's a very normal act. You've made it a normal thing to do. In the mind, you're not diluting, you're not battling with yourself. I can't find them, where are they? You know they're there, you've just got to find them with your attention. So what happens is that pause in between blank in the mind and finding the next one becomes a very natural effort within, like, the neuro pathways of the mind. It's there, go get it. What happens in amongst all of that, in between all of that, is that subconsciously you're going for a second one. Subconsciously, with no effort whatsoever, you've got to go through that process of clearing the mind, go look for the next one, so on and so forth. And this is where the interpretation, the perception that the spirit world are pushing in. And I will always say it, no matter how many people attack me or what goes on the videos, it will always be my understanding of the intelligence of the spirit world. They will not push in. Subconsciously, you've gone, are you there? Because I need to get a second one ready. And they're like, yeah, absolutely, we're here. So now they push in. Subconscious and consciously now's in battle, and you start to become aware of it. You start to panic, maybe, in the early stages. And so it will feel like they're trying to push in, but you're inviting them in. You have to remember, mediumship is an allowance. At no point can they force themselves upon you. At no point can they make things happen. Everything is personal responsibility. That's the spiritual principle that was given to us. It was given to the spiritual community many, many, many moons ago. It was like 1849 or something. I can't remember the exact date. And then obviously adapted. But one thing that stayed throughout of that was the personal responsibility. Now that personal responsibility comes down to you and your aura, you and your mind. It comes down to you. So the spirit world can't make you do something. They can't force their way in. They can't hijack a communication. Somewhere in your mind, consciously or subconsciously, you are asking, is there another one there? Will someone step forward? Is that a second spirit? Now, the argument would be, but I could feel them there, I know they're there. And my counter argument to that will be, when I go to a demonstration, I will do 6, 7, 8, dependent on time frame, and I'm aware of all of them, all 6, 7, 8 communicators. In my mind, I now have it like in compartments, where I know this is link 1, and then when link 1's done, you need to step aside, and here's the second one. Here's the second one, step aside, where's the third one? Third one, and until the queue is done. And so the appearance of the hijack, the appearance of them gate crashing my communication no longer happens. It doesn't happen anymore. And this is simply because I understand now how the mediumship is working and the mechanics of my mind. I'm not scared of it. And I embrace it completely. And now I understand what's going on. Subconsciously or consciously, I was searching for them. I put a stop to that. Obviously, I tidied that part of the mediumship up, because that's what we do with development and through experience of a platform, of online demonstrations or physical demonstrations. And through that experience and that understanding, I now have control of it. And this is just time. So don't panic. They're not jumping in, or they're not gate crashing. They're not trying to destroy your dam or anything like that. Just understand that at some point there, you looked for a second one. And whether that be through fear, is there a second one there or not, or you're just getting the next one ready. You know, I've got to do 2, now you're aware of 2, and they've got to come through. So it is just tidying it up. It's something very simple, a very easy mechanic to fix. And I know that some of you will jump on and say, no, that's not how it works, but it is how it works. That is, I demonstrate all the time. I've tidied it up through experience now. And I was one of those people that said that they're gate crashing, they keep pushing themselves in, and I realise now that the spirit world are not there to do that. The spirit world can't force me to do anything. They never would force me to do anything. It is intelligent, so they're not humans. And we give everything in the spirit world this human perception, you know, rudeness or queue jumping and all that kind of stuff. It really doesn't work that way. So once we tidy that up in our mind, the demonstration, your double link, your back-to-back communicators, whether it be 2, 3, 4, or a full dem, will all be tidied up, and it will run very, very smoothly for you once you have the mind tidied up. So, like the video if you liked it. Get it in the comments. I have no doubt that some of you will have some comments. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you all in the next video.